On this week's episode of What's Up Weekly, the Bloomington community takes an Easter egg hunt to the next level.
And a preview of IU Day and how students are showing their school pride. What's Up Weekly starts now. Hello and welcome to this week's episode of What's Up Weekly. I'm Sierra Hignite.
And I'm Sheila Riley.
Every year, the Downtown Bloomington organization holds an Easter egg hunt for young children. This year's hunt saw a great turnout full of families in the Bloomington community.
Children flocked to the Bloomington Courthouse Saturday morning to participate in the annual Downtown Easter Egg Hunt.
The community comes out and we have an amazing day. It is just lovely having it at this location. I think the best thing about this is this location. It's right downtown and everybody comes out and we have a great community. They love to be here.
The event offered many activities aside from the Easter egg hunt. Children could get their face painted, dance to live music, or a picture with the Easter Bunny and his friends. Aside with downtown Bloomington, the Girl Scouts also helped to make this event possible. They filled the eggs and decorated the courthouse.
We have a great partnership with them. We are so grateful for the Girl Scouts. They're lots of fun.
The Downtown Easter Egg Hunt is created by the community for the community.
To create something for families in the community is just such an honor. We love having this and having them out. And so absolutely the favorite thing is families and people.
Downtown Bloomington is also the organization that is in charge of all of the activities that happen in the square, like the canopy lights at Christmas. For a complete list of events, go to visitbloomington.com/events.
Now joining us in studio is What's Up Weekly reporter Alex Eady to tell us all about IU Day, which kicks off this Wednesday. Alex?
Thanks, Sheila. This week, Indiana University will be hosting their second annual IU Day in celebration of the university and its legacy worldwide. This day of celebration will feature campus-wide activities and events encouraging students to show their Hoosier pride. The day also focuses on social media and strives to connect IU fans to the celebration all over the world. IU Day will kick off this Wednesday, uniting Hoosiers from all IU campuses. And in honor of the celebration, students and alumni are encouraged to donate online and show their love for IU through social media. IU fans can even check out last year's highlights, including tweets from the hashtag IU Day that even trended nationally. This event is organized by the IU Student Foundation, encouraging students and alumni to give back to their university. To get prepared for this year's IU Day, Hoosiers can join the IU Day Facebook event, sign up online for exclusive updates, and lastly, use the hashtag IU Day on their social media to show their Hoosier pride. Make sure you join the celebration this week and show IU some love on social media. For more information and highlights from last year's IU Day, visit iuday.iu.edu.
Coming up after the break, are you an avid Starbucks lover? Because there is a new drink that we'll tell you about.
And a former Little 500 rider shares how he keeps his love alive for the race after he finishes riding. Stay with us.
It's an honor to be here.
After suffering a season-ending injury in late March,
As you can see behind me,
Well, we all know what week it is. It's Little 500 week. So today I have
IU graduate and former rider for the Cutters, Alex Bishop, in studio with us, and he's going to talk about his Little 500 themed board game called Glory Gears. Welcome, Alex. Thanks so much for coming.
Yeah.
So, as you can see in front of us, we have your new board game called Glory Gears, based on the Little 500 race or inspired from that.
Yeah, definitely.
Before we even, get into the details of this, what looks like a very complex game, do you want to just tell me a little bit about, your past and how you were a student here and a rider in Little 500?
Sure. Yeah. I entered IU when 2005 now. Rode for the Cutters for 3 years. And I only had 3 years because I lost my 4th year of eligibility because I was a Category 1 racer at the time, which means you're essentially kind of a pro, only you're not getting a paycheck, so it's really not that great.
You're too good.
Yeah, there's a different rule that they passed, but yeah. But I won the race with the Cutters in 2007, and obviously I left school for a little bit and kind of did that, but I had a heart issue, and I kind of gave up the cycling gig and came back, finished my degree. And, the Little 500 and cycling in general has had such a profound effect on my life. So many great memories with so many great people. And also, I know there's hundreds and thousands of people over the years that who are deeply affected, by this great event at the university too. So it also inspired this first game of mine, Glory Gears, which is a really cool strategic cycling board game that can appeal to everyone though.
So you were a rider for 3 years, and then you went on to ride professionally after you graduated, correct?
Brief stint, yeah. But like I said, it's I had a heart issue, which actually, funny enough, happened my junior year, right after my 21st birthday on Halloween night.
Oh boy!
So that's not scary.
No, not at all.
So I had a really, really bad AFib episode, and eventually came to the point where when I went to the hospital that night, the doctor or anesthesiologist was like, "Hey, we're just going to put you down and we're going to shock you and restart your heart because we can't get your heart back over to a regular rhythm."
Wow.
And when you're 21, it's Halloween, you're like, this is the end of my life already. Can't end like
this.
Gosh,
yeah,
so,
that is not something that happens to the average.
And so luckily enough, I woke up the next morning, my chest is all shaved. I got burn marks and paddles on my chest. And I'm like, wow, okay, I'm alive. This is great.
Oh my gosh.
But then the doctor's like, you know what, you probably shouldn't ride a bike anymore.
Right.
And of course, it's not something I wanted to hear. I'm like, I'm just going to keep riding and training hard for 5 more months? Just give me 5 months.
Yeah, this was everything to you at that time.
Yeah,
right?
because I have to win this race. I've given up so much stuff and sacrificed so many things in college. I mean, I drank 1 time a year as a college student. Who does that? I mean, so anyway, that's long story short.
Yeah, and so you were telling me how, this near-death experience in your life, we were talking a little bit about how this kind of changed you and your career path and your future kind of forward. Tell me a little bit about how this changed you, how you couldn't ride anymore and kind of led to what now is this game.
So after I graduated, I was in the cycling industry for quite some time, and I just left. And I had a lot of experiences in the last decade that really led me to do a lot of thinking. And I've always designed board games and created board games ever since I was a little kid, but I've kind of just been doing unofficially. And then I'm like, why in the world am I not doing this? Because the other thing is, on top of that, what you already spoke on, I also have a very deep-seated dislike toward technology. So I really want to do everything I can to bring people together. And, we actually had a tournament with this game 2 weeks ago at a bike shop up in northern Indiana. And, there's just really something amazing about being able to create something and bring it to the world and to people. And then having people smile and laugh because of it, and actually seeing this evolve and turn into something, it's an amazing feeling that it really, money, you can't put a price on.
Of course.
And just saying like, oh, cool, like I brought a smile to your face and I created, you know, a memory for you with friends or family. To me, like that's what life is all about. And if I could bring that to people, I can't think of a better way to live.
That's incredible. So you took, you know, what was a near-death experience for you. You took what seemed to be a terrible thing that you couldn't ride anymore, and you kind of changed it into this really cool board game. And I think that's really incredible that you could do that, and that's an inspiration to a lot of other people out there.
Yeah, that's great. I hope so.
So tell me a little bit about this game. Let's get into it. It looks really complicated, but I know you were telling me it's catch on really easily.
Yeah, very, very easily. So without getting into like super details about the game, you know, overarching, it's a game that we play tested with kids as little as like 5 and 6 years old, and they literally understood it in like 1 or 2 turns. So it's a great family game that you can play with anybody. A game can last anywhere from like 20 minutes to 30 minutes to 3 hours.
Wow.
So that's the cool thing. There's also 5 different races that you could do in the game and tons of extra rules that you can add or subtract. So really you could play it the way you like best. And then also, it's for 2 to 8 people. So if you get a good group of friends, it's awesome game with a bunch of people. So it's a great like hang out with your friends, little even party game. It's all good. And how the movement works is, I personally don't like die or dice for movement. To me, it's way too random. So you actually move with like a card-based movement. And you always have 4 movement cards in your hand at all times, and it's kind of like a roll your own hand style of poker. So you always see like what you have, and every time it's your turn, you know, you'll discard one, you'll move, and you pick up another one.
Okay.
And it's the other person's turn. So the gameplay is incredibly quick, and you're not like rolling, and it's not taking all this time, but also you're kind of saving and pick and choosing certain cards for certain opportunities in the race.
Right.
And there's also some real-time aspect to it too, which is super unique. That's not like any other game. So even though it's not your turn, your rider can still be moving.
Wow.
So the game is so ever-changing that, you know, it's not like you go play Scrabble with a bunch of friends. It's like, okay, it's my turn, and now I'm going to go to the kitchen for like 10 minutes, and I'll be back, and then it's my turn again, you know?
That is awesome. It looks really cool. It looks like a lot of fun.
Totally.
And so just before we go and wrap this up, I know that it's being sold here in Bloomington and in a lot of other places.
Absolutely.
TIS, what were the few local places?
Yeah, so in Bloomington, TIS has it. Greetings. Common Room Games. Salt Creek Cycles. And the Bloomington Toy Chest.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming today and sharing your story and your game with us. I hope you enjoy your Little 500 weekend, and to everyone out there, enjoy your Little 500 weekend and check out Glory Gears and the stores near you. Thank you so much, Alex. Back to you guys.
Thanks.
Thanks, Laura. So we're starting off this week's trending topics with something that is no stranger to the internet: unicorns.
Yeah, Sheila, Starbucks has joined into the unicorn obsession by creating a limited edition unicorn frappuccino that will be available from April 19th to the 23rd.
You know, I did happen to see pictures of this, and I'm definitely interested to see if it's a hit or not. The frozen drink has a mango cream base with a pink powder and blue drizzle that runs through the middle of the drink. And of course, there's whipped cream on the top with sprinkles.
Wow. Well, moving on, we've seen Lady Gaga put on some amazing performances, and whether it was at the Super Bowl this year or Coachella just this past weekend, the singer is giving you the chance to see her in a whole new light.
That's right, Lady Gaga makes her way to the big screen in the latest remake of A Star is Born. Bradley Cooper not only co-stars alongside Lady Gaga, but he is making his mark as director as well.
And I cannot wait to see some of the footage, especially considering production began at this year's Coachella Music Festival.
But if you'd like to just chill out and watch some Netflix, don't worry, because you're not the only one.
That's right, Netflix nears 100 million subscribers and is planning a marketing push for it to keep going. Netflix says it will spend more than $1 million just this year to drive more users to their site. Which, Sheila, I am really surprised about that because I can't think of anyone who isn't subscribed to Netflix.
Well, you know what? That actually was me up until a couple of weeks ago. I was on the family Netflix for a while, like I think everyone is. And, you know, Dad said it's time that we're done with that. So I guess, you know, it was up to me to figure it out on my own. I feel like a real adult now. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing, but.
Yeah, I feel like I keep Netflix hopping and I'm waiting for everyone to just be like, Sierra.
All your friends.
Yeah. Well, since you guys might not know, but we're done with school in just about 2 weeks after this.
It's so
scary. Next week will be our last What's Up Weekly. And so Sheila and I decided, as a parting gift, we were going to exchange gifts.
Exactly. We're so excited because this has been such a good experience and we get along so well. So it's something we definitely wanted to do. And I'm going to actually give you my gift first, if that's okay.
Okay.
And for this gift, I'm going to have to blindfold you. So you're going to have to trust me while we bring the gift out. So I'm going to hopefully try not to ruin your makeup here.
Okay.
But let's just make sure that this is on tight and no one can see anything. How is it?
I'm blind.
Okay, good. And you'll be able to take it off? Okay. Is it too tight? I hope I'm not ruining your makeup here.
No, you might get some makeup on this.
Okay. Well, you know what? That's okay. That's why it's meant to be that way, so that's okay.
Okay.
That's what it'll be for.
I'm so nervous to bring something in.
As they're bringing it out.
My heart is racing.
I hope your heart is racing because I hope you really like this. It's going to be a big deal. So
oh, my land,
just a couple more seconds of waiting. And I'm going to step over here.
Oh my God.
And now I'm going to unblindfold you if that is okay with you. And here we go.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, I love it.
Wait, come here.
You're like, why the hell?
Love it. Wait, I want to get the studio doing that again. I'm going to get a video of that.
Oh, wow. I had no
Mackenzie, you heard it here first. We've got a newly engaged couple. And Sierra and Bobby, we are so happy for both of you. Congrats. Well, that's what we have up. That's what's up this week. Tune in next week for all your local and entertainment news. And don't forget to follow us on social media. Like us on Facebook and at IUSTV News. And follow us on Twitter at What's Up Weekly IU. For What's Up Weekly, I'm Sheila Riley. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.